Hey guys, and I'm actually glad you guys enjoyed this little fan made series that I'm doing for a subscriber who, well, I guess kind of made it as a joke, but it just ate at me. But today, let's actually explore this a bit further. Arkham City with Sonny the Deathclaw trying to find Killer Frost. Let's talk about it. So, as we left off in the original here, Sonny was tracking Killer Frost's scent, actually climbing through around Penguin's territory, making his way to the lower Bowery areas. However, he notices something very peculiar about the scent. It's her, but others. It's very different, dark, and mysterious, if you will, here. And so when he makes his way towards the subway area, he sees Penguin's troops dead, but not just, normally killed or anything. They're butchered, they're slaughtered. And so he tries to put two and two together. They seem like they were mauled by him or even Killer Croc. Maybe even King Shark, if you will, but again, they were just torn apart viciously. And so, with that being said here, he follows not only the scent, but the now blood-stained footprint of some type of creature. He makes his way further down the subway, tracking both the creature's scent and Killer Frost. They seem to be heading towards somewhere here. But as he makes his way down, he hears two guards talking here, saying that, "Did you get the last of them?" "Yeah, there's no more members of Penguin's crew down here." "What about Joker's?" "Well, the others are pretty much on the other side, making sure they don't enter the sewers either." "Good, good. We don't want anything to interfere with our boss's plans. He's got plans for the Ice Girl." "Really? What are they?" "Don't know. I don't question him. But he says he wants her, well, I guess you could say need her genetics to make the ultimate life form." And so, as they're saying this, Sonny's pretty much, crawling up on the ceiling stealthily and scarily as well here. Keep in mind, he's mastered this at this point here, having, I guess you could say, a decent amount of months and years training with Batman and Bronze Tiger, so he would know how to put his weight equally so that he can crawl up on the ceiling and, well, as usual, he's able to not only take down these guards, but actually gets the last one and is actually able to choke him. To which he then brings him close to his face and simply asks him, "Where's this laboratory?" To which the guard decides that he's not going to talk at all. And so Sonny does a Wolverine method, pitting the guard against a wall, and then using his other hand, he then summons his claws very slowly into the guard's face and tells him that this can actually be very, very scarring. "I'm sure you don't want that. Now, either you could tell me where they took Killer Frost, or he's going to make sure that he's unrecognizable when he's done with him." And so the guard tries to play hard, tries to play tough. But again, the claws inch deeper and deeper and deeper to the point where they're starting to break the skin in a painful fashion here. And this is where the guard tells him that the secret lab is behind the Solomon Grundy painting and that he has an access code in his pocket. To which, when Sonny lets him go, he is easily able to get the passcode from him and, well, knocks him out. Keep in mind, by this time, if you're wondering where Batman is, he's in the steel mill. This is still kind of early in, Arkham City and stuff here. So he didn't get captured yet. He didn't get, captured or anything here. He, is still in the steel mill. He just kind of just got there, same way how Sonny did. So they're kind of just both taking out the grunts and security guards at the moment. So yeah, just some food for thought. And so Sonny is able to make his way through the subway and makes his way to the painting of Solomon Grundy here. And so when he actually gets there, he spots the bloody footprints here and, well, is able to access the codes there. And before he can really enter here, something is watching him and he senses it. He can smell it. And so when this creature pounces at him, he tail whips it right back into the train cart right behind him. And so turning around, he now gets a good look at this creature. It's like Killer Croc, but vicious. It's monstrous. And so this is when he comes face to face with a hunter. Now, if you guys don't know what hunters are, then you simply haven't played Resident Evil. Yeah, we're going that route here. Imagine a hunter running around in Arkham City and nobody knowing about it. And so the hunter and Sonny do engage each other. And it's not a very long battle. Sonny does get, almost slashed up here, but luckily his skin is durable enough to where the hunter does try to scratch him, but again, his more armored side here is able to just tank it. No problem here. To which this is where Sonny not only gets the upper hand due to his better fighting capabilities here, but is able to suplex the hunter so hard that he breaks his spine and kills it here. And so, now having a chance to kind of look at it here, he then takes pictures of it and sends them to Oracle. Back at the Batcave, Oracle receives the text messages and, well, she looks in shock. She looks in horror even about how this creature is in Arkham City. And then this is where she communicates with Sonny and asks him, what the heck is that? And he, kind of looks confused and says, I thought you knew. You're the smartest one there. And she says, I don't even know what that is. We never encountered these before. And these things are just here in Arkham City? What if they were in Gotham the whole time and we just never knew? To which this is where Sonny says, well, you could probably string along a bunch of grisly murders. Things that were, I guess I got to take a picture of the corpses, but these guards had these symbols on them. And so this is where Sonny sends the picture of these symbols. And she says, oh no, now I understand it. To which Sonny says, okay, so what am I dealing with? She says, you're dealing with Umbrella. And he says, what kind of dumb name is that? And this is where she says, yeah, okay, I understand that, but look, Umbrella is an organization specialized in bioorganic weaponry. And these seems like these hunters might be specialized on Killer Croc here, judging by, I guess, how they look here. So it's very possible that whoever is in Arkham City making these here is, well, experimenting with DNA. So you're going to have to be very careful. To which Sonny says, okay, I got it. Thanks, Barb. And so turns off his communications here. This is where he punches in the access codes and, well, the lab door opens. And, well, unfortunately, he's kind of big. So he kind of like has to squeeze himself in there. And it's kind of like a funny scene where you just see like this giant Deathclaw in this small little corridor where he has to like maneuver his hands to kind of like get the other access code and then just kind of go through it here. And so, with that being said, he's now in this laboratory area, and he hears guards walking by, and then he simply jumps up on the ceiling, and because of his more dark-like scales and stuff here, and considering the lab area is a bit dark, he's able to camouflage himself. And, well, it will look terrifying if you, like, just see the scene here. Now, the guards do keep wandering and go on their usual patrol system here. So Sonny realizes and actually starts smelling around the area here and does manage to locate Killer Frost's scent. However, as he goes towards her, he's starting to see everything. The genetics laboratory, the experimentation, even seeing them dissect some of the Arkham inmates from Penguin's gang. And it's horrifying to him here. However, as he's pretty much examining it here, this is where he hears Killer Frost's scream. And so, rushing over there, she's about to be cut open by a man known as Albert Wesker. And so, before even the saw touches her here, he is only grabbed but thrown across the entire room, and Sonny is able to get her out of there. They both embrace, they both kiss, and she thanks him here. This is where Sonny removes her power dampening collar here, and she then freezes Wesker to the wall, wondering what the heck was he gonna do with her. And this is where Wesker says, oh, just kind of the casual around here. And to which Sonny pretty much just walks towards him and says, casual? What about this is casual? You're mutilating and even torturing inmates. It's disgusting. And here I thought Mr. Freeze was down bad for experimentations, but you're just horrifying. To which Wesker is unfazed. Matter of fact, even laughing about this too here. And he says that I'm taking quite of an interest in you. You seem perfect. To which Sonny takes a step back from Wesker and says, what do you mean by that? And to which he says, oh, don't worry. You'll find out in time. Because I can't wait to have you as my own little experiment. And so, with that being said here, they simply just lock the door, and well, Frost freezes it right after Sonny crushes the door, or crushes it in such a way that kind of just like seals Wesker in here. And so they decide that they do need to destroy this genetics lab here. And so, that being said here, I think the rest is kind of pretty simple. They tear through these guards here. And well, with no Batman around and no one pretty much restricting him, I think Sonny would just have a field day. Him and Killer Frost just pretty much flirting and killing these guards here. This ain't the sheer fact that they now understand that Umbrella is just an eco-terrorist type of organization here. And well, they are just the worst of the worst here. And so, they not only make their way through the security guards here, they make their way all the way to the genetics laboratory here. And they actually see that it's being raided as well here. And so they look confused at first. And this is where Frost says, so did you call backup? No. And so this is where he again takes another picture and sends it to Barbara. To which Barbara says, wait, are those S.T.A.R.S International? To which he says, they're cool. They're actually good guys. Batman's encountered them at least once before. They're trustworthy. Or at least, in terms of our eyes, trustworthy. To which Sonny says, okay, good point here. And so as he's watching, he actually sees a couple tubes bust open and tyrants begin to, appear. Well, not appear, but emerge from these tubes here. And so seeing the three actually struggle with them, Sonny and Killer Frost both jump down here. Sonny actually lands on one tyrant, crushing it immediately, while Frost fires ice daggers through one, killing them immediately. This is where Sonny actually sees the gun pointed towards his face here, and he looks at them a bit confused, and he says, I just helped you. What are you going to shoot me for? And this is where Leon, Chris, and Jill all look in shock here. And this is where Killer Frost actually freezes their weapons, saying that, look, they're not going to hurt them. They're not going to kill them. But they can if they want to. To which Sonny says, okay, not the best way to start off a conversation, babe, but I guess we'll just kind of go with it. And to which Sonny simply asks, who are they? To which Chris Redfield just puts away his gun and introduces himself here. This is where Leon and Jill also do the same thing here and say that they've been tracking Albert Wesker for a long time here. And so they decided to disguise themselves as inmates and get thrown into Arkham City. And to which this is when they ask, who is he? To which this is where Sonny pretty much introduces himself and tells them at least a little bit about himself here, saying that he works with Batman as, I think, one of his sidekicks. I'm not even sure what I am here. To which this is where he, introduces his girlfriend, Louise Lincoln, or AKA Killer Frost here. And so once the group pretty much understands that they're on the same side here, they decide to make their way through the rest of the lab. And well, this is where they are kind of met with an onslaught of other things here. And this is where both Sonny and Frost look confused and they say, zombies. To which Leon says, yeah, pretty much. And this is where Frost asks Jill, how often do y'all go through this? And Jill says, oh, it's kind of our average Tuesday. And this is where, Sonny just asks Chris, so what happens if this infection, kind of gets out? And this is where Chris pretty much notes here, then, well, this could likely spread to Gotham, and then it could likely mean disaster all over. We do not need a repeat of Raccoon City. And to which Sonny says, Raccoon City? Wait, that was you guys? To which they say, yeah, Batman actually helped us out not too long ago with that situation here as well. But for right now, let's actually get this done here. And so the five of them actually clear the more subway-like area of these zombies, slaughtering and pretty much covering each other pretty well here. It's kind of pretty cool here. You could actually say it's like working like the Avengers, where they have just like that masterful and beautiful scene here at the what's it called, at the end, or at the somewhat final fight scene of Age of Ultron, where all the Avengers are together and fighting the Ultron army. Basically like that, with Chris taking up the middle position while Frost takes up, more of a high ground, and Sonny's kind of running around, goring, slashing, and tearing them apart here, covering everybody's six, while Jill and Leon take more sniper or somewhat close combat positions, respectively. And well, everyone figures out that they can work together pretty well here. After clearing out the zombies here, this is where Chris actually begins to burn the bodies, saying that they don't want the infection to, well, kind of get out or be airborne here. So they decide to pile up all these bodies, or pretty much just, I guess sweep most of them together and burn them. So, making their way through the subway, this is where they actually appear more around the industrial district area. And so they actually begin make their way to the industrial district, and this is where everyone kind of, I guess you say, does get out the sewer here. Frost actually creates a blinding mist for any of the guards up top here, and Leon takes them out pretty easily. I mean, come on, we're gonna say Leon can't handle some Arkham thugs with some guns? Like, let's be real here. Come on now. And so this is where Chris actually invites them to their base of operations to kind of understand what's going on here, turning on his communicator a bit more so that Oracle can hear the situation here. And this is where they actually make their way, I guess you could say, to a more secluded area in the industrial district, where they have most of their supplies being able to be snuck in by one of S.T.A.R.S helicopters. And so, with that being said here, they are all now kind of in on the situation. They find out about everything. Wesker, how he's infected with this thing here, this virus or this creature here. And so they begin to explain a lot of the variants that they see around here. And so this is where he kind of asks the question, or Sonny asks the question, what are the hunters? To which he says the hunters are modified genetified creatures. Basically, lizards with the personality of one of their former companions, or one of your former companions, Killer Croc. And so Sonny kind of puts two and two together and says that, wait, Croc's in Arkham City? Into which they say, yeah, why wouldn't he be? He's like, huh. So he must have been in the sewer somewhere. Hopefully he can find him by the end of the day, but it kind of is what it is, isn't it? So with that being said here, with everyone in on the situation here, now it becomes a matter of discussion. Where's Wesker? And this is where Frost says, oh, they trapped him back in the room here. To which this is where Jill says, why didn't y'all say that before? We could have just went back and get him. And this is where Sonny says, well, to be kind of honest, they weren't thinking of it at the moment here. And so with that being said, when they all make their way back to the underground laboratory, they find that the room Wesker has been in is broken open, busted open even, and that he's gone here. And so, with that being said here, Wesker is on the loose in Arkham City. And this is where Chris is a bit frustrated and does start throwing most of the stuff around here, but he doesn't blame anyone here. Just upset that Wesker once again got away from them and eluded them for so long. To which Sonny says that he does apologize, but he was really trying not to kill him here. Or, well, really just wanted to get Frost out of there. To which Frost pats him on the back and says that it's not his fault, that he had a moral compass. But maybe next time we might need to leave that at the door. And so this is where Chris offers them a place on his team here. He could use them. Matter of fact, not use them. He needs them to join his team. And so with that being said here, Frost and Sonny both accept an invitation to join Team S.T.A.R.S. So that's where we're going to leave it off here, you guys. Please comment down below, like and subscribe and share it to friends. This is Legendary Grimlock, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace.